Hey everyone, John here, and we're going to be painting up this old lead 1982 Land Dragon from Ral Partha. This is an old metal, but we're going to do some current techniques on here, soaking it in some simple green. And if the painter had painted it anything like I did years ago, they used the old Testors enamels in the square bottles, the little square glass bottles. I think I painted almost every mini I had with those until probably probably early 90s when I started using the Poly S acrylic paints. But yeah, got a lot of the paint off with the simple green, not all of it, but it looks presentable enough to get reprimed. And we'll be using the Stynylrez black for that, like I prefer. And there you go, got most of it off of there. So let's go ahead and get the airbrush out and start priming this guy. And the thing that just blows my mind with some of these old metal minis, I mean, yeah, for years and years I bought and painted them. It's the fact that these are all hand sculpted. I mean, yeah, some of the techniques that are used nowadays, you get the figures that look, I mean, so well proportioned and so well sculpted on the computer. But these guys were sculpted all by hand years ago, and you could tell. I mean, a lot of the creatures look fantastic, but then when you get into some of the figures, especially, I mean, even the rider on this one, I'd say he's probably looking at about maybe 15 to 20 millimeters. He's very small, kind of puny, sitting on the dragon, but I mean, that's the best that could be done at that time, so I'm not going to complain about it. So I don't do a whole lot of slap chop, but I wanted to try it on this model here. I've got the darker colors on there already, and I'm just going to dry brush the white on the higher areas. So I think on the very bottom there's a Panzer Series camo green, and then above that I've got like a sea green, but and then there's the white that's dry brushed over the top. That's the one that we're going to be basically getting all the colors onto right there. Going to start out with some contrast paint from Citadel. This is Plague Bear Flesh, and the contrast paints are nice because they kind of get into the recesses, so it darkens them up, and then they just kind of tint the upper areas, so you can see where the majority of the white there, it's lighter, and then it's darker in the recesses there. So it's, yeah, looks really good from where I'm looking at right now. So. And then we're going to get some skeleton horn on here. I debated about which color I wanted to use for this. I didn't want to go as dark as a snakebite leather on this, but I just want to give it some color. And I'll add some more color to it here pretty soon. But yeah, this is one that used to sit on my bookshelf for a long time. There we go. And then just to add some color, we're going to use some Iandan yellow just on those the upper parts of the armor. I'm guessing this is like a chitin, like a natural armor. Could be wrong. I'd like to see other painters try it out with actual metal armor on there. And there's the snakebite leather right there. See, I think it was a little too much for the armor panels, but I like it for the saddle. And all those little designs in there, they were all sculpted in by hand. So I mean, hats off to the original sculptor. And they did nice jobs back then with what they had. And just a little contrast there, getting some ball red onto the tassels of the saddle. And I don't go too in depth with the severed heads that are on there. I think I just kind of darken them up a little bit. Yeah, it's hard to believe this mini is actually like 43 years old, but it feels like yesterday that I had it sitting on my shelf. Like I said, yeah, all those years ago, painting these up with the Testors enamels, and yeah, that's how we learned. But yeah, you can still find these on eBay. I mean, they're roughly 20 to 25 bucks each. But yeah, I'd pick them up if I were you. Just get them in the collection, have some fun with them, and yeah, just run with it. So Just going to get some copper on this back part of the saddle and on the skull in front of it. And I'm going to eventually put a little bit of green on there for a verdigris effect, and that'll be the extra green that I have left over from this cape. I wanted to do an old 80s colorful cape on this guy, so had some fun with that. It's contrast paint, so again, darker in the recesses, lighter on the highlights. And I'm just going to take some of that leftover green, and gonna need a little bit more on the brush there, John. And this is something that's never going to win an award. It's just I want to have some fun with it. Just wanted to revisit an old Mini that I used to have, so. And getting some extra color on that saddle there. And I think the skin I don't have it on camera, but I eventually went over it with some Guilliman flesh. But yeah, we're getting down to the wire on this one. If you like it, and it's a whimsical little thing, give it a like. If you're not subscribed, please consider it. Having so much fun with this channel, and there's so much more to come. So if you made it this far, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And yeah, we will see you in the next one. Thanks again for watching. Hey, if you liked the video, check out the playlist on the left, subscribe on the right, and again, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.